those vegan guys. Thank you.
Well, hello there, beautiful people. I wanted to do an antidote vlog to my recent mad vlog. For I was very mad when I did that vlog, and I allowed my emotions to run out freely. Because we as vegans, I must be honest with you, particularly with the people closest around us, we get very frustrated. Only that you can't see what we can see, or that you choose not to. So in that vlog, which I'm going to link up there, which was inspired by the 1976 film Network, Peter Finch, and the tagline of his episodes in that movie, "I'm as mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore." And let's just say that I let Peter Finch's character embody me in that vlog, and I let it all out. But I did wonder, if I said it if I said it more gently, if I said it gentler, would you hear it better? And that is of course aimed at people who are vegetarian, pescatarian or meat eaters, but have said they hope one day to be vegan, or they are headed that way. And I think that to have that thought in your head, it either comes purely from a health perspective, in which case you haven't necessarily considered the animals or the environmental links in with animal agriculture. You've come in from a health perspective because you want to get fit and healthy, or you want to build muscle, or you've seen Game Changers and it's totally all that. Or you come in from an awareness that we don't have a right, and so you stop eating meat. And that is a great move. It's a big move. It really is. But is it enough if the reason you've stopped eating meat is because that you don't want to hurt animals? Because the truth of the matter is, the dairy and the egg industries are as, if not far more cruel than the meat industry. And I think deep down a lot of you know that, just as I did for 20 years as a vegetarian. I can't say how many of those last couple of years I knew that it wasn't being made up, that vegans weren't. I just wanted vegans to be quiet and leave me alone. Just like in the speech in the Network film, I wanted to be left alone in my house with my belted radio and my, and like Peter Finch says in that movie, I'm not going to leave you alone. But today I don't want to say it in an angry way. I don't want to get angry by it. I want to carry my own 20 years of vegetarianism, and that I'm only in my 7th year as a vegan now. But of course it all comes from the self. It comes from the point that you decide, okay, that's it, I'm going to stop allowing myself to not think about what goes on in the dairy industry or what goes on in the egg industry. And even though I did outline it angrily in the video that I've linked up there, the mad one, I will outline it calmly, gently and practically. Unfortunately, the only way to get milk from a cow is to make her pregnant and then take away her baby. And if they are male babies, they are killed, usually within a very short period of time, and either used for veal because the males are of no use to the dairy industry. The cycle starts with using a tool to masturbate a bull and to collect the sperm, which is then put into an inseminatory tool, and the cows who are in their caged, they're put in face first so that their backs are facing for easy access. Often a whole human arm is inserted into the cow's anus to stimulate the vagina so that the inseminatory tool goes all the way in, and she's given a bit of the bull stuff, and then she'll be pregnant. She will carry for 9 months. She will start to produce milk throughout the pregnancy, and then as soon as the baby's born, I don't mean she'll give milk during the pregnancy, although once they're on the cycle, because they take one baby away and she's impregnated again as soon as she can possibly catch with another calf that she will carry again for 9 months. And of course it's the machinery that imitates the suckling of the calves, and so she will carry on expressing breast milk. It's a very cruel and manipulative cycle. The only reason there are so many cows on earth is because we forcefully breed them. And so as vegans, we just think that is pretty abhorrent, and by buying dairy you're paying for it to happen. And it's the same, unfortunately, with I must mention, just in case someone else does, there's a new kind of dairy farming apparently where they can genetically make sure that the babies carried are all female, and they're allowed to suckle for a while. So baby has a go, and then it's put in a bottle for you. And that's classed as ethical now, but none of it really is. The egg industry, they allow many eggs to hatch because they need female chickens to carry on laying eggs that they can take and sell, and males are discarded. Most commonly in 2 ways. They are either fed into a shredder, a shredder, like a giant industrial paper shredder, but for bone and flesh, straight in, on a conveyor belt, straight in. Or they're gassed, or suffocated. So I class them as the same because they're both horrific. They're either gassed or they're put into like black bags and suffocated. Male chicks. And there is no other way around the egg industry. It's an industry, as is the dairy industry. It's all about money, and it is about manipulation. And it's difficult when we hear, organic and grass-fed and free range, and because it all leads to the same thing. It leads to artificial insemination, kidnap basically, or infanticide. It leads to pain and fear, and it's not like these animals want to be confined with a machine chugging away at the breast milk that was meant for her baby that we've taken away. They don't want that to happen. In fact, animal experts have declared categorically that cows mourn and cry constantly for the young that have been taken away. So we all know that meat is, you know, abhorrent, because you have to take the life of an animal that doesn't want to die against its will, forcefully. You know, if some great powerful beings came down from a different planet and enslaved us all, that's how we have to see it sometimes. How would we like to be in a line full of people with no escape? If you climb out, they'll shoot you dead. And we're you know, on our way to have our throats slit and be hung upside down, fully conscious until we're dead, so that they can eat us. And that's what we do to the animals of the earth. And of course there are links, many links with environmental destruction, because it's not possible to raise and kill billions. It's literally billions. If you combine land animals and fish, so somewhere around 150 billion a year. So you know, how many times the human population is that? 15 times more, because we are heading up for 8 billion, aren't we? So 150 billion animals a year are slaughtered, and then we raise more, and you know, a large percentage, let's say around the 60 billion mark, are land animals, and they eat, and they eat a hell of a lot to get fattened up. And so what's been happening in the world is the Amazon rainforests are being chopped down to grow soy, to feed cattle, to feed humans. We cut out the middleman and eat the soy, because enough soy is grown on the earth right now to completely end starvation, totally and completely end starvation, for good and forever. But we feed it to animals, and approximately 16 pounds of grain will result in approximately 1 pound of beef. And bovines, along with pigs, drink huge amounts of water. It can take some 20,000 litres of water for a joint of beef. And so it's actually not sustainable, but because it makes people money, we are told to be quiet, stop talking about it, stop preaching at me, I'll do it in my own time. And in the meantime, here we are on a planet with melting ice caps, with deforestation on a global scale, with the Amazon rainforest being chopped down, football fields a day, the size of a football field many times a day. The Amazon rainforest, lovingly called by many people around the world the lungs of the earth. Let us not forget that trees breathe in air, keep carbon dioxide, release oxygen, and we're chopping them down to grow soy, to feed to cows that we forcefully bred, that we will kill or manipulate and continually impregnate and take the baby away. It just, when you lay it all out in front of you, you have to ask yourself, what about this is acceptable? And if it's not acceptable, then why am I playing a part in it? and you are playing a part in it if you eat meat or dairy or eggs. If you buy leather, if you buy non-vegan makeup cleaning products that have been tested on animals, you buy into it. The last big field that we have to kind of tackle is medicine. Although, if a vegan needs a medicine, they take the medicine. Because we have to. It's being vegan is about, as far as you possibly can, avoiding the exploitation of animals in any way, shape or form, as far as is practicable and possible. And so in this video I just wanted to gently ask you to please take the leap. Please look into the things that have been outlined in this video today, because you deserve better, the planet deserves better, and the animals certainly deserve better. We're a kind and compassionate species, by and large. And if anybody did to the animals we consume, did what happens to the animals we consume to your pet or your child or you, it would be abhorrent. It is abhorrent against the animals. And any time you no longer want to be a part of that, you can choose to say that and make that change. I'm going to link a lovely little film Jason and I did, which I suppose condenses all of that into a very small time frame, which is called Be the Change. I'm going to link that up there. And if you're worried about foods or all of this kind of thing, I've probably already whacked a couple of playlists up there now, our easy vegan recipes and our shopping vlogs playlist, to show you how easy it is to go to a supermarket and only buy vegan and come home and cook incredible tasty vegan food. I hope that this gentler approach has reached some of you that the angry one may have alienated, but I'm glad that both exist, because they are both from the same place and they're both me. And thank you for watching this or that or both. There, the gentle approach. Thanks for watching. Be excellent to yourself and each other.